There's one Social Security decision that you make only one time that affects your income for the rest of your life. It's this: when do you start taking your Social Security benefit? 62, full retirement age, or 70? That one choice can mean hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars per month, permanently, no do-overs, and yet most people don't give it the careful consideration that it deserves. They just want to start receiving checks as soon as possible, but the timing of when you start receiving those checks has a huge long-term impact. Here's what I mean. You can start taking your Social Security as early as 62, but if you do, your benefit can be reduced by up to 30%. Permanently, not for a few years, forever. If you wait until your full retirement age of 66 or 67, that's when you collect 100% of the benefit amount. And if you delay beyond that, your benefit increases by 8% per year until age 70. That increase isn't tied to the stock market, it's built into the system. So the real question isn't how soon can I start, it's do I want smaller checks for longer or larger checks for life? Now I know some of you are going to tell me in the comments below that it's foolish to delay taking your Social Security benefits, that Social Security might change, or that you might not live that long. These are completely legitimate concerns. None of us knows how long we're going to live, and yes, Congress could change the rules over time. I'm not saying that everyone should wait. What I am saying is that this decision works best when it's based on your health, your family longevity, your spouse's situation, and your overall financial picture, not just fear of the unknown. It's about weighing possibilities, not trying to predict the future perfectly, and it's not the same for everyone. If you need income right away or your health isn't great, claiming early can absolutely make sense. But if you're healthy and longevity runs in your family, waiting can definitely increase your lifetime income. And if you're married, this decision has even greater long-term impact. Coordinating the timing of benefits between spouses can maximize household income and increase financial security for a surviving spouse. When a spouse passes away, the surviving spouse gets to keep the larger of the two benefits. So if the higher earner delays, that can protect the surviving spouse for decades. We're not talking about simply maximizing income today. We're talking about protecting income for the rest of someone's life. That might change your perspective completely. Another important variable in the equation is that depending on your overall income, up to 85% of your Social Security benefit could be subject to federal tax. Now let's talk about Medicare. The added income from your Social Security benefit can affect your Medicare premiums. If your income exceeds certain thresholds, your Part B and Part D premiums can increase, sometimes a lot. Now let's talk about how if you work, even part-time during retirement, how that can affect your benefits. If you claim before full retirement age and earn above certain limits, part of your benefit can be temporarily withheld. It's not gone forever, but it can create confusion if you're not expecting it. And once you layer in taxes, things can get even more complicated. I did a full breakdown on working in retirement, how it affects your taxes and Social Security, and how to think about it clearly in this video. By now, you can probably see that your Social Security timing decision shouldn't be considered in isolation. It interacts with everything else in your retirement and should be carefully considered within the context of your overall financial and retirement strategy. It interacts with IRA withdrawals, Roth conversions, required minimum distributions, capital gains, pension income, and more. When should you start taking Social Security? There is no one-size-fits-all answer, but you only make this timing decision once, and it affects your income for the rest of your life, and potentially your spouse's too. So don't rush it. Think about longevity, think about taxes, think about your spouse, think about the big picture. Are you leaning toward taking Social Security at 62 or at full retirement age or at 70? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you could use help with this decision or with any other aspect of your retirement planning or investment management, reach out. Links are in the description. And if you're planning on working in retirement, watch this video next. That's where the conversation continues.